Jody Holland with the Psyche of Success video blog. I just got to give all of you a word up. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 8, which is titled Word Up. Yes, I understand I'm not a very good rapper. However, I've got some good ideas on the way that you can change your language patterns to see better results and feel great about yourself in the end. Now, what I did in that sentence is I used 3 different language patterns in order to connect. What's interesting is people who are visual will only hear the parts of the words that relate to seeing things. People that are auditory will only hear the parts of the sentence that relate to understanding the process and thinking through it. People who are kinesthetic will only hear the parts that connect with their emotions and move them to action. Even though I used all 3 of them, I connected individually with each type of language pattern. When you use your words wisely, you connect with the visual, the auditory, and the kinesthetic. Within this chapter, there's 3 different paragraphs that give you an example of what it means to be visual, what it means to be auditory, and what it means to be kinesthetic. So I want you to pay attention as you read the book to what each of those chapters are, because it unlocks some great things for you. Now, you look at the world from your own perspective. Your job as a salesperson, though, is to learn how to get out of your own way and see the world, feel the world, and line the world out from the perspective of the other person. When you're listening to a person and paying attention to their ears, you're learning, okay, well, this person is auditory, for example. If you're dealing with an auditory person, then you've got to step back from yourself, even if you're kinesthetic or visual, and go, okay, well, I want you to think through everything that you're about to do. And let's talk about any questions that you have, and let's map out the process so that you have a very clear step-by-step guide of where we're going. If they're visual and you're auditory or kinesthetic, you've got to be able to step back from the way that you normally look at the world. They're visual and go, okay, I want to paint a picture of where this could go for you, and I want you to get an image in your mind of what you want the end result to be. What does that image look like? How do you visualize this going? When you start asking questions and picturing in your own mind the way that they would view the world, then you change the way that you would present or sell to them. Also, with the kinesthetic people, you've got to step back if you're auditory or visual and go, what do you want to feel when this project is done? What are the actions that you see that need to be taken, and how will you feel when the right actions are taken? Emotion and action are the things that drive them. What's difficult for people is once you have presented to a person and kind of gotten an idea, you've got to step back from the way that you do your proposals as well. If you will do a proposal based on visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, you increase the odds of getting that person to be your customer exponentially. A visual person needs pretty things in the proposal. They need some charts, they need some graphs, they need great graphics. They need to be able to see that you connect with them. A kinesthetic person, not going to read your proposal. Just so you understand, you need very short, very sweet, very to the point. Here are the actions that you said you wanted to take. Here are the outcomes that you said you will feel good about. Here's how we bridge the gap and get you where you decided you wanted to go. So you keep putting it back on their action and their emotion. The auditory person, explain it. Here are the step-by-step guide. Here's what other people have said. Here's what you said. Here's where you indicated that you wanted to make sure that you understood the process. So you keep putting it back on them. What's cool about the human mind is we have within our mind what's called mirror neurons. Now, a mirror neuron is the way that the brain reflects the other person. You have to start by reflecting who they are, meaning using their language pattern, matching some of their motions, but not exactly. You want it to be very subtle so that, if they cross their arms, you don't immediately go, oh, they cross their arms, and cross your arms, because you look like an idiot when you do that. Instead, what you want to do is when they cross their arms, maybe you adjust a little bit and you move one arm across, but maybe not both arms across. But make it a delay and make it very subtle. And don't do everything that they do. It's more the big motions. If they lean back, you start leaning back just a little bit. If they lean forward, you lean forward. In order to see if you are anchored with that person using their language pattern, you're going to then take those motions where you've been matching them, and after a few minutes, you're going to change your posture, move forward, for example, lean on the table or something, and see if they reflect. What you're looking for is, did I pull them enough by mirroring them where I can now pull them to get them to mirror me back? Once you've done that, you're connected at the subconscious level, and now you can move things forward however you want to. You word up by matching the way that they use their words, their language, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, by mirroring them and getting them to mirror you back. I'm Jody Holland with the Psyche of Success video blog. Follow me on Twitter at Jody N. Holland. Find me on Facebook at Jody Holland Training and Speaking, and subscribe to the channel. If you're in sales and you want to learn something much more in-depth about this process, definitely reach out to me. Would love to help you out. Look forward to connecting soon. Have a great day.